What's up? Good morning, everybody. Oh my goodness, we are back. We are back. Welcome to the stream. What is going on in this market? Things are crazy looking over here. What I miss? Well, I'm out there having a good time and relaxing, and come back, market's all selling off and collapsing on itself. Gotta love it. A little reaction to the global things going on in Israel. Maybe not. Market seemed to not care about it when it opened on Sunday, but seems to be responding to some kind of further lack of liquidity in the bigger picture. We'll figure it out today as we make some analysis moves. Over here, what up? What up? War, yep. Seems right now things are not escalating, even though there's a lot of talk of escalation, but nothing big yet. I think that'll kill the market. At least not this week. But we'll have to listen. Ooh, all right. We're back. Man, it's good to be back. I feel like I got some sun. I look at myself in the camera right now. I look like I got some suntan here. Things are going great over here. My end of the world. Media drawing up some fear. As always, it's always something happens. Rising inflation, Fed possibly not cutting rates. Yeah, right? That's what I'm thinking about. Kind of Fed a little overeager there to announce rate cuts last year just to kind of give us some bull hope, and then rug pull at the end of the year. All right. Here's my collection of red lines. Let's just do a little analysis really quick of these things. Welcome. Best day trading show on YouTube ever in the history of internet. Yes. All right, here. Good look. Impact red line has been killed. Bye-bye. No line killed. Bye-bye. Go away when you tap them. Here, and let's just make sure we understand that this one is here. Get ready for the market open in a couple minutes here. Okay. Front and center live every day. Well, except for when I'm on vacation. I haven't had a good vacation in a while. Building a bunch of things. Keeping me busy. But hard to complain when life's good. Okay. I mean, mark that one there. Okay. There's a downward projection here. All right. Yo, probably about 8 to sell a million stocks just in case, but no one wants to go to hype train up there. Yeah, exactly right. Right. What's up? Good morning, Livewire. Hey, good morning, everybody. Hi. Hi. Hey. What's up, everybody? Did I not post this somewhere? Where's the team today? to it. What do you want to do? All right, so VIX is gonna be very important, obviously, to make sure we pay attention to that. Take a quick look at the pre-market warm up here. All right, take a look. We have VIX, obviously. VIX futures running off that triple B 14.4. This is, remember, we talk about this number being so important, and this guy has been. And actually, is today the day? Yeah, today's the day we get a new number. Okay, so we're gonna be rolling over, I think, today into the new calculation. I need to check the expiration side, but I think today's the day that we get another one of these numbers right here. This triple B supporting causes overshooting pivots and crazy market and all that other stuff. It'd be harder to trade, like big drawdowns and etc. So be very careful today. My favorite analyst, Gideon King. What's up? What's up? Good morning. Hey Tommy. How you doing? What happened to the challenge? I'm trading the Robin's Cup right now. So that's what I'm doing. I'm still going. That was a long time ago. Different year, different contest. All right, let's get ready to get going here. Where is my chart here? Hold on one second. Okay. Okay, the spike candles are being. QQQ is a BRSD. Let me try popping another chart and redoing SPY. It's downward pressure today right out the door. That chart was having some caching issues there. I'll fix that right up. Boom. Okay, we're back. Okay, SPY, so we got. All right, so SPY, bear short up. Looking at these two right here. Already opening below monthly hedge pressure is not necessarily the best thing in the world. So this is downward momentum here. So this market's likely still selling today. No buying the dip this morning. Ain't gonna happen. Man, I had such a great vacation. I can tell you all about it. It was really good. It was really good, actually. I think I left, what, Wednesday? No, Thursday. Okay, so, I like when I get out the pencil here. The pen. Ooh, I'm like looking in here. My hair's all messed up though, because I just crawled out of bed. Let's give it a little pump. Yeah, look, I got some sun. You guys see? I got some R&R. Y'all always tell me I need some relaxation. Okay. So this is the rarer thing, rarer. Expected. And unfortunately, the only thing we have at the bottom side is CD bands. Which are going to be, I know the indicator still needs to be fixed, but we're on a tight schedule with our white label projects and our marketplace launch. Yeah, I know you guys being patient with that. See me change their website. 5068 today. The downside. S&B. They changed their website. We have a web scraper that reads their publications, and then there's our announcement. There's our indicator off of that. But when they changed their website, unfortunately, Oh, I need to move these out of the way. We have to change our bot, so it's a constant upkeep or something that grabs data that way. But I don't remember what this line was from, but go away. We'll have it done pretty soon. 5068 today. And then this is at so I use we have a Thinkorswim version that uses a backup, so we can use that today. B1 53.75. Yeah, that's it. There's no setup today on the long side, so DD band tap might take place, but there's no trade. This is no trade warning. The market is trying to hold. There's no momentum here, but if it tries to go, rare case it does go to the upside. Open a bear zone, tap bull zone, come back down. If that's the case, then this is what's expected. So this would be the rarest case. So my expectation today is the high of the day is at 5 or 6. So this is our DD roll. I'll show you guys some of the flashcards real quick. Already back in the market's throwing me a no trade setup. Now I could chance along to try to run up the 10 points. In this environment, it's just not worth it. A support at 506 is a definite chase on the long side, though. That's the recovery you want. So if it's gonna go that far, then I'll take it. But as far as like from here to there, not gonna take it. We can all see that that's not really a good setup. All right, where is my training stuff? All right, I need to remake this here. Okay, let's get our liquidity map out. Let's get our resilience. I'll show you guys these rules really quick. Let's get our DD ratio. This is the bull side of the market, bear side of the market. DD ratio today is still positive enough, which is decent. The market's trying to hang in there, but like I said, I don't think it's a bear market. I think this is just a temporary selling. You know, this could happen for like a month, maybe 2. Most would probably get right back to rallying. Market just needed to relax a little bit. I think there's some people scared to jump in and enter on this. It does make a little bit of sense, I guess. The maps, last one. Where'd you go? Okay. Let me save this in my settings. Okay, so no setup today. So market's gonna see how the market's pulling back right now automatically. No dip to buy. We're so good at this. Homepage, new windows, use current pages. There we go. Yep. More of a short setup than anything today. So the expected, it's fall down to DD right here. Expected us to continue to sell today, so there's no upside. Everybody here understands, say that. Not financial advice. I'm not your financial investor. I'm not a licensed professional, so whatever I say, I'm just got opinions on the internet. Don't listen to me. Love you guys. How have y'all been? It's been quite a while. Almost a week. Okay, so UVXY, right? Hedge pushers and such are kind of out of the way on UVXY. But there was a reverse split, so somebody asked, is UVXY fixed? So it's not broken. What happens is when you have a reverse split, you have the options from the previous price, the options the current price, trading it like it's still in existence, but worth different value. So what happens is the calculation still incorporates the others, and it's still all there. It's like we got a reverse split to give it some numbers. It was getting too close to 0, I guess. That's what happens with some of these, any of these ETFs, especially leveraged ones. They always decay and they always have to be split. The nature of them. There's that downside pressure we said right out the door. Expected today, right at monthly hedge pressure resistance. There's that bear short up we talked about. This is just textbook play. Normally I do short off of monthly. That is kind of one of my favorite trades to do, but I think I just getting back didn't tap it. So what we're gonna do is let it play around and fall. The expected move to the downside. Let's go ahead and just kind of delete the rarer name here and give some room to play. That's it. Possible downside to DD band today. Pretty easy, right? So you guys see how this stuff works. We wake up every morning. We have a pretty simple setup. Liquidity map tells me where pressures are in this instrument based on its own options. Bear, short, up is the difference. Sorry, it's the kind of aggregation of a bunch of different things. Bear zone, bull zone, hedge pressures, monthly hedge pressures. Bear, short, up is when you're opening, which is this black dot below monthly hedge, expected resistance from it, and that's exactly what you saw. Market dipped another 10 points out the door. The rarer case is to break through and keep going. Another thing is the resilience number right here. This number is 4.93, which is positive for actually right now. So resilience is the nature of the index, whatever we're looking at. This one's S&P. We have one for NASDAQ. To fill its gap or not fill its gap. When this is positive like it is, it wants to trade to this side of the box. So this might V right back up. So resilience is a gap fill predictor on the index. It tells you if the S&P is likely to hold its gap or fill its gap. In this particular instance, we gapped up. Did we gap up? Let me double check. Or did we gap down? Over here. I don't remember because I've been here on Friday. What's going on, SPY chart? Oh, there it is. Okay. Looks like today we gapped. Oh, it's okay. So today we gapped out. Okay. So in a normal circumstance, you gap up and you see how it's bouncing off of half gap when resilience was positive. That's what you see. That's what that's telling you. So when the resilience number is positive in a rational market, from the middle, it wants to flux to the box. So it identifies potential trades through there. You know, that's a scalp right there as well. Then we hit this, and then that provided resistance to come to here, and then it fought there, and ultimately resilience lost the battle. So you can see at the start of the day that there was like a big enough movement here. It wasn't, you know, what, 3 points. It's worth taking that scalp to. So resilience is talking about how you flux through this box. Liquidity map is the greater pressure from options. And the DD ratio, the last of the three, is showing that when this number is greater than half or less than half, there's different ways it behaves inside of these zones. So currently we're in a bear zone. Greater than half, the best you can ever expect is a bull zone tap. That's the highest expectation. And you're likely to close in the bear zone. So you see how it kind of tries to go higher and then eventually it dies and comes back down. That's what this setup tells you here. So it tries to go higher and ultimately comes back down. And the highest you can expect is the tap up there. So like in these particular setups, most people sell call spreads up here, like debit spreads, credit spreads. Sorry. Pretty easy, right? Okay. Our IDD still not showing on the platform. Has it been fixed? No, we're not fixing it for a little bit. We don't have time. It might be a couple weeks before we address it and fix it. We're just gonna do it manually for you guys like we used to. I used to have a bot that I used to do, so I'm gonna get that thing back on. It couldn't have come at a worse time for them to change up their website. Our staff is just so busy. We have 3 white label projects. We're about to sign up a 4th, and our marketplace comes out in 2 weeks. So what we actually are going to be doing too is rewriting the console engine quicker, such that you guys can actually use Rocket Script locally on your own machines and finally start coding your own indicators. What's up? You happy about that? Coding your own indicators inside of our platform. Our scripting language is going to be very robust. We're going to be very, as we expand and make it bigger, it's going to have full capabilities. Anything you guys would ever want to code. Let's keep that in mind. So we're on such a tight schedule with that. We don't have any, like, one person that we can just pull aside for a second without derailing our really strict deadlines. So I'm going to get that bot back out and we're gonna have to do it that way. What he's talking about is this right here. So what happened is we have a bot that reads publications that are public. And if you change anything, anybody knows about programming, right? It's a web scraper. It's just a robot that reads a web page. And if the web page like changes format, your bot's gonna like just kind of stumble on itself and then not work. So they're usually very finicky, and you have to write a lot of considerations for that. And ours is not super sophisticated yet because we're just grabbing a table of data, but the table changed up. So it would take but more than a day to fix it, but we just can't. We don't have the staff right now. Where do we get the D numbers? I'll have to publish them somewhere in the Discord, which I'll do that going forward, starting today. We had a meeting about it, and I decided so I'll pull the bot back out, you know. But we'll try to get somebody to fix it within the week or two if we can. Need to learn to code. It's fun. I taught myself how to code when I was probably I was in middle school, so 11 or 12. I started coding at least. Monthly map looks bearish. I think I'm reading this correctly. Yeah, ARX. Yeah, let's take a look. Let's go ahead and analyze the monthly map here. And my first language I started coding in was BASIC of all things. I learned like maybe 20 something languages probably over the course of my life. Yep, you're correct. Bear market. Bears are getting stronger, bulls are liquidating. Do we all see that? Hey, great, awesome job, by the way. Yo, ERX, you guys are learning how to read this like a champ. This is it. This is showing bearish monthly map for about, you know, a week. And then it goes right back to people buying the dip. So while the market lower and lower and lower, somewhere over the next week, we're gonna hook a bottom and recover some of this. Y'all see that? That's just an inflection point like a week out, probably right after expiration, which is Friday. Yeah, so we got basically like a really nasty close to the month. We have a new VIX. VIX expires tomorrow, right? So VIX monthly. So we're gonna roll into a new VIX options contract coming soon. Ooh. So right, so selling, you know, the market is still trying to figure itself out. And this is NASDAQ, by the way. So NASDAQ is showing nothing but volatility in the future. That's weird looking, actually. So let's analyze the S&P and see if it's any better. Look at this. Ever since these things have happened, look at how the market is just diverged. Yes, it's disintegrated a little bit. The S&P, yeah, bearish monthly map. Isn't that crazy how this is so easily reflects that DD ratio is less than half, by the way. So take that into account. Let me let everybody in chat know, by the way. Monthly map. This is the greater bear market, right? Or this is we call it the greater market, but the greater market. So I typed in Discord, so the selling's not over. Easy to see that, right? So all of our indicators are indicating this, and that's what I love about Rocket Scooter. It's such a simple analysis presentation. 3 major indicators, and all of them are pointing down. And you can just wake up in the morning and then just draw this line as expected. And the expected thing is right there. And I didn't trade it. Normally I would take this trade, but I literally just got back from vacation. So, taking it easy today. Usually markets are selling off. I need to kind of catch up and get a feel for how this market's trading anyways. This is the day I'm just going to let it fall and then watch it. If I were to pick a destination today, we're going to be... If I were to draw this as the world's biggest green dot. Hold on. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Make it smaller. Y'all miss me? Y'all miss coming out hanging out in the mornings? S&P down that 50.86 yellow line right now. So today's destination. Place it there. That's it. Probably 20 more points. Missed the stream. Oh, stop. I can't wait to show you guys our marketplace, by the way. Our website, everything. We've been building this thing for almost a year. It's incredible how much much we've expanded in the short time we've been alive as a company. Everybody that we talk to in the industry, we've invited the best traders, the best providers, the best teachers, the best trade rooms, the best discords, the best algorithms, the best indicators, and we're going to host all of them inside of our ecosystem. And it's going to be great. We have almost like unanimous support from everyone in the industry, and we've talked to some tons of people, A-list people too. Like there's a lot of people that think this is such a cool idea what we're doing. Amazon for trading products, and everybody's forced into compliance, so you're not going to like walk into the marketplace and somebody's like showing you something and, you know, telling you trading's easy, you're going to make all this money, you know, live your dreams, you know, financial freedom, like all that stuff is going to be not allowed. So it'll be a level playing field that focuses on the technical aspects of what everybody is doing only. No out of compliance sales pitch or pressury sales tactics or masking a pump and dump as a real educational community. So with that, we get to do a whole lot of gatekeeping for the industry, making sure that we provide a fair playing field for retail traders who are looking to jump in to learn things, whether it's not our style of trading, other people's stuff. So like I said, with the best of the best providers will be there. And so you'll be able to read, like the way we've designed it, you'll be able to read like tit for tat what each person does and specializes in. And if you want to go learn about like 0-day options, order flow, scalping, you can type that in, and then the search engine knows who does that. You want to look for options-based trading analysis, whatever. You look for technical indicators of any type. In RocketScript's custom scripting language, you'll be able to write your own indicators as well. You can write them to host them in the marketplace inside of our proprietary method delivery, server-based calculations, or we have a local version where you can actually just code stuff for yourself. And that's going to be coming out. Like I said, it's put in the changes to change the engine to do that locally, so you guys will have a local scripting environment to code your indicators for yourself if you're not distributing it to anybody. So you want to come in here and like make your own indicators with our scripting language, you'll have that. So like RocketScript's already done, it's in its infant stages, so it's got enough functions to like draw on charts and do a lot of stuff, technical indicators, things like that. And as we get bigger and better, we're gonna have more syntax and bigger documentation, and then as either coders and creators, you can create to your heart's content inside our ecosystem. Is it going to be subscription based? The marketplace is free, and Rocket Scooter will soon become free as well. Actually, not the experience you have now, but the Rocket Scooter platform itself with no indicators will be free. You will buy your indicators a la carte as you need them. So it's like very similar to how TradingView has it. There's a free version. You hop in there and you can just use the charts, just if you need a chart. If you need to get our stuff, you would go and buy it separately on the marketplace. Those of you who are already members, Juan, everyone else, nothing's going to change for you guys. So you are going to wake up after marketplace launches and just be there. You're going to wake up and nothing will change on your end. We're going to have like a free version of Rocket Scooter and a paid version of Rocket Scooter and different features. All the features you guys want are in the paid version, so don't change anything. Like scanner, connection, watch list, all that stuff. And so nothing's going to change. Y'all won't have to change prices or anything. We're going to make it to where it's all the same. Let's look at below monthly hedge pressure. Actually, hey, MHP breakdown. Let's see which guys have broken through. What's really depressing is I came back. My lettuce was dead. That was the worst part of my vacation. Other than that, it was blissful as hell. Lettuce. But lettuce grows like a weed. I was playing some more. I say dead, it wasn't dead, it bolted. You gardeners out there, once your lettuce bolts, you gotta throw that shit away. Start to taste like bitter. That's how the heat does it. was like, oops, I thought I watered it enough before I left, but I guess not. I got some sun, man. I went rowing and kayaking. I went to like swimming in rivers. I had a giant house on a mountaintop overlooking the valley and the hills of the hill country, Texas. It was so beautiful. It was just like peaceful. It was like a hot tub on a deck outside because it overlooked the mountains. I cooked every night. Like this is all about like lowering my blood pressure and vacation, so it's kind of nice. I got myself on like some new meds. I got some blood work. You can see my arm. I don't know if you can see it right here. I guess I got a scar from. I bruise like really bad when I get blood work done. They hit me pretty good. Just came back and they found out that I don't have anything bad. I just have severely high blood pressure and really high cholesterol, like dangerously high. That was it. So I'm gonna do more tests on like kidney stuff or whatever, see if I have like issues down there in my kidneys. But other than that,
Shopify helps you sell at every stage of your business.
Those ads always pop up in the YouTube. Yeah, so while I was there, I got the phone call and they were like, yeah, you're good on everything else. There is, yeah, oh, by the way, there is a 5086. You nailed it. Yeah, thanks, Tom. You did nail it. There's actually a yellow line there. Why is it not showing on my screen? So I'll be happy to know, as far as they found in the first round of testing, that I don't have anything super deadly. You said I don't sleep well, I don't eat well. I stopped working out last 2 months because of work. I'm just working too much. I used to work out every day. I remember that. Just get up in there. Look, I'm getting scrawny. I feel like I'm getting skinny. I haven't been working out. Anyways, yep, you're right. 5086. We have a yellow line right there, and I forgot to draw that. Good memory. It is literally. Let me show you right here. These are illiquidity pivots from our illiquidity pivots classes that we teach how to calculate these things, and it's an unmistakable high volume pivot. You can see where we're pivoting right now today, multiple times today. There's a wick right there, and just literally right there. Good call. back, Mr. Olympic Matt the surfer, Matt the yogi. I feel like we've done yoga in like 3 months too. But I started, I'm going to start training at F45 again. So that's where we're going. That's where we're going with this conversation. I'm back to the hardcore. All right, so expected. So here's the thing. There is expected pivoting from here. That's why, like in volatile markets, while I can short off of monthly, I don't short and bet on markets crashing. You just know there's scalping available through here. And resilience is actually positive right now. Like I said earlier, there's still that momentum to get it back up to the top of the box. So that's why, like, sometimes I will trade off of monthly or a scalp for the downside short. But in this environment, like I don't usually just short and bet on markets crashing, right? So DD ratio back to being bullish. You know, resilience is positive today as well. So it's like flipping back around. It's trying to flip. No line bounce. From here, the short from here, that short at the open was the trade to take, right? If one were to take it for BRSD. Hold on. So inside of here, for BRSD, I normally would say I would support a short like that. The idea is, though, once you pass through a liquidity pocket, markets tend to be fairly random, and it's starting to show evidence of wanting to flip around. So I'm not really saying that I would short today off of here. I would rather short off of there, the bet that it ends up here. So it's a less probable short once you pass in the liquidity pocket. Like once you leave bear zone, the market's starting to show signs of gaining bull momentum. Nasdaq resilience is very positive, so it's likely to support in here. Possible resistance off of monthly, but if it does break, I'm out. Right. So I personally, now again, they're close enough to try to short there and try to short there. Really stop there. Volatility is still there. You do a lot of things. So this is what you're experiencing is pure volatility today. I don't see any trade set up for me. I don't like these days. Pardon me. I just show pictures of my vacation. I need to upload some. I spent like 4 days in the hill country, 2 days in Austin, hang out with some friends. Speaking of. There's that short pressure from there. Nice, nice. How are you guys doing today? Y'all having a good day? Did y'all have a good weekend? Did y'all survive last week? I did absolutely no trading since, gosh, maybe Wednesday, Thursday. Whatever that last day was I was here. Wednesday, I remember Wednesday's stream kicked me in the face a little bit. Market just turned on a dime. You know, shorting here, there is a short setup here for sure. I should have like a delivery, a furniture delivery coming in this morning. So I'm gonna be preoccupied for most of the day. I'm rearranging my entire house. Other than like that quick scalp at the start of the day, I didn't take it. I kind of just curious myself to see the idea that DD was getting a little threatening and that resilience is in flip-flopping. Today, I kind of want to watch it. I want to see how this market sells off in the, I feel like it's still going to sell off in the close for the week. Liquidity is the key to successful trading. You like it, Chills? Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Identifying where liquidity is very important. So right now, we're in a liquidity pocket for QQQ. QQQ is found a nice balance point. Sitting here, right here. Yep, controlled selling. You're right. I agree with Humble. Controlled selling. You know, the market wants to sell and they're not going to let it collapse, because what's going to happen is it's going to just cascade margin calls, type of margin calls. They're letting people buy up dips to keep bringing it lower. And that's typically what you'll see as liquidity kind of passes from one institution to the other. I still feel controlled selling along the way. I don't feel like the market's going to crash. It doesn't feel like it at all. The DD ratio is still strong enough to keep the market floating. So a controlled burn, selling is still there, but it's going to kind of be done in such a way that it's not triggering like 3-day, 4-day margin calls. Like the market dips really hard and then Market floats a little bit, gets everybody out of the margin call, then dips again, gives people a chance to exit. If the market falls for like 3 days in a row, typically margin calls are forced sells, you know, forced liquidations happen. So it's rare to see like 3 days of selling without it being a crash. So that's what I call a crash, is on the 3rd day. You have continuous red days 3 days in a row, and the 3rd day is, or every day is lower close than the previous day. That's what I call a crash, because that's where you're threatening margin calls, auto liquidation, creating snowball. So when people say markets are crashing, they all have different definitions. You know, correction, people say if the market moves like 10%, it's a correction. I say if the market falls 3 days in a row with lower lows on the daily close, that's what I consider a crash. And it's crashed for 3 days, and that's because that's what you can possibly trigger. So anything longer than 3, I'll call a crash. It's like the stock market crash in 2008, 2009. It was really a crash. It was mostly like bear market that crashed at the end. You know, there's like maybe like a whole 3 or 4 weeks it just completely collapsed. Mostly bear markets are controlled selling, because as long as the employment is good and people have jobs, as long as you have jobs, people are always throwing money into their 401ks, you know? So that's always a bull in the stock market. A person with a job is a bull in the stock market if they didn't know it. Your 401ks out there buying stocks for you. Or their little investment products that you buy. But typically bear markets still find buyers because people still have jobs. And most investment firms for retirement typically have a cost basis averaging strategy. Dollar cost averaging, they buy as it dips. They keep buying as it dips. So there's always buyers, and even markets falling. Markets crashing are a separate dynamic where like illiquidity matches selling, matches, you know, like forced liquidations, matches, you know, in the money, put delta hedging, things like that. Just rapidly just dumps the market. For all things lining up to the downside. To overwhelm that constant buying pressure. Yeah, so they expect that we pull back. You know, obviously downside target could be possibly bottom green line today, 50.68. If the market does completely fall. And so there's no dip to buy today. This is not that day where the market's going to want to reverse. If it does, it might not be until like 1 or 2 in the afternoon where the market starts to run into expiration. We do have VIX expiring tomorrow. Monthly expiration of VIX options is the 3rd Wednesday of the month. So we roll into a new VIX futures contract tonight. We'll have some new numbers for y'all in the morning. Papa Powell talking later. Ooh, yeah, let's let him talk. Oh man, do I look like I got some sun? I got some sun. I feel like it. But I love water sports, man, so I had a good time. I had a good time kayaking. It was good. It was good stuff. I look tan as fuck. Yeah, I know, right? Ooh. Ooh. It's summertime. Wow, dude, my arms do look tan. I do. It was good. It was a good day. A good week. Like I said, I haven't had a break from work in a while. Break. I finally hit the finishing point of one of our white labels. So like we're building a platform for like this A-list trading company. It's huge and they're one of the biggest out there. And we finally wrapped up a significant chapter of that project. I'm like, I'm gonna take a break. I need a couple days out. I had some health scares a couple weeks ago. I'm like, all right. I'm back. I'm healthy. I feel good. But I'm on a new diet. I bought a juicer. I bought some rollerblades. So like basically like I'm revamping everything. I'm gonna go skating every day because I used to skate, right? When I was a kid. I was a skater. I skateboarded and rollerbladed. So I got some rollerblades. And these things are sick. Actually, I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna show you guys. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna show you my rollerblades. They're fucking sick. Hold on. So it's for health reasons. I got to do some kind of physical activity every day. I don't want to run because running like jacks up your knees. If you run like long term all the time. But check it out, dude. So I don't know if you guys have seen these, but like, remember rollerblades when you were a kid, right? Apparently rollerblades are back in town. And people, like, I see people doing it down at the park, and I was like, I want to get some blades. Dude, these wheels are huge. Like, I'm talking like huge. 3-wheel skates, by the way, for speed. I don't know. It's pretty sick, right? So I'm gonna go skating every day for like an hour for my cardio. Look at me running up and down 2 flights of stairs. I'm already out of breath. Ugh. Look how big these wheels are. They're like 110 millimeters. When I was a kid, skates were only like maybe like 80 or 90 millimeters. So they were 4 wheels, but these are 3, and there's big. You guys know anything about physics? Big ass wheels like that, I'm gonna go fast. So I'm super excited. That's gonna be my new daily thing. So I'm gonna be weight training at F45 and skating every day. Get my blood pressure down. They look cool, don't hurt yourself. Well, that's the funny thing is, like, when I was a kid, I was a trick skater, so I could do everything. I had I can't remember what they were called. Tarmacs? I can remember that. What that name of the brand? It's been like 30 years. They were called something like that. Yeah, these are what I had. That's not the name of them though. This is exactly the skate I had, actually. That's the skate I had when I was a kid. It looked just like that. They look like it had like the grind plate and everything. Similar. And I used to do like trick skating. I call it, yeah, tarmac. That's it. That's what I had. When I was a kid, I used to have these, yeah, but mine were black. So, yeah, this is actually that's it right there. They had plates on them, and I would skate, and I would do I could do like all kind of trick skating, rail grinds, everything. But anyways, I was really good when I was a kid. I also played hockey. Your brother has grinding on the rails, dude. Do they still have them? That was like junior high me. And I had 2 pairs of blades. I had those for trick skating, and then I had a pair of Bowers that played hockey. But yeah, I was like so into it. So I put these on. I was like skating around my house because I have wood floors on all floors of the house, and it's crazy because not only do these skates make me 6 inches taller, they're tall as crap. So like, remember those wheels are like 110 millimeters, right? So they're like, that's what 5 inches, almost 5 inches. So then like, and the wheels are brand new and on the wood floor, so it's just like it just grips like it's like rubber against rubber. There's no sliding whatsoever. So I was like skating around. It took me a couple minutes, but like when I first got on, I felt like I was like, oh crap, I need to learn how to skate again. I'm all like, whoa. But then I started like skating around my my kitchen and my living room, and I kind of got into it. I was like, okay, I'm feeling it. It's back. Immediately got back into it. Now I'm excited to take him out to the park. I need to, but I don't have pads, so I probably should do that. I know as a kid I never wore pads. I'm not advocating for children to never wear pads when they skate, but I didn't ever wear pads, and I should. So, but that was back in the day when, you know, in the 90s, people didn't care. Now safety is a big deal, right? But you know what padded me when I'd fall? My Jinkos, my really big baggy jeans. Those are like pads for your legs. Okay, there's enough air in there to cushion a fall. My hair was long enough that I didn't need a helmet. I was a kid. I'm trying to jinx you. You took a bad fall a couple years ago. No, bro, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. I know. So I want to go today. I just need to get a helmet. So I'll probably go to Dick's Sporting Goods or something and grab one. Yeah, the razors or the rims. 3 or 4 of his buddies are pros. Dude, that's awesome. Those are still around. That's great. My brother also, he also skated too. res positive and monthly res positive. You're not expecting MHP to break up on SPY. So yes, that's where I'm saying right now is that's why I'm not shorting this. Once monthly res is positive, it's no longer a really strong short off of it. I'm going to be, now again, it still could sell off. And I'm actually just going to clean this up a little bit. With monthly res being positive, I'm going to be careful that it could break, right? It's changing. I'm going to type in Discord now. Exactly right. So monthly res resilience right here, that's now positive. That thing right there. It is not necessarily a good sign for the market to reject and continue to sell. You know it. You skated a little inline. You had sorry, K2s or a skateboarder teaching your kids now. Nice. K2s are good. Yeah, I was like, what brands of skates are good now? And I've never, like, these rollerblades look sick. The chassis is cool. You know, when I was a kid, everybody had the 5-wheel skates, the speed skaters set. I don't know if you guys remember. Let me see if I can find a pair of them. They were, Bont was the brand I believe that everybody had. But they still make them. Bont. They were like speed skates and they had 5 wheels, and everybody, when I was a kid, the skating rink had them. And they were like so fast. It was like the rich kids, you know, rich kid skates. But then like the wheels are also big. I think they're as big as these, but this is the first time. Yeah, actually, these might be a little bigger. But I'm curious how mobility is going to change with such a big wheel. So I actually wasn't getting them to do tricks on. I was trying not to break my neck, but we'll see how I can hang. I was more of a skateboarder as well, and then I got into rollerblading because I played hockey. So I had to get skates as a kid, and of course everybody going to skating rink was like the thing to do when you're in middle school in my town. All right, so it does look like the market might recover. Looks like the breaks are positive. I just typed in Discord as well. Looks like monthly hedge pressure resilience. Monthly hedge pressure resilience right here, the yellow one. Is positive, so it's trying to break. So yeah, that's why I didn't short off of this one earlier. I didn't want to do it because the signs were pointing different directions. Which again, when I get these days where it's like, okay, things look good, things have changed, like immediately when we bounced right here and resilience went positive, that's when I go, okay, market might be flipping. And then all of a sudden it's trying to fill the gap this way. And then of course, this is trying to break monthly hedge pressure this way. So you are seeing there's possible reversal pattern today, right out the door. This is indicator number 1 right here in this moment in time. Present positive. So that's why I didn't get in here and short this like the market's going to crash. I waited to give it some definition. It's like while we're trading through here, res is still positive, so I didn't really kind of touch it just yet. Then it felt pretty quick, and I go, oh, okay, maybe a little bit. Rebalance, and I said, nope, not going to short this. And people ask me, short it monthly, and I said, no, not yet. Signs are kind of all over the place, and so as you see, signs are still good. While one can short here, my confidence on a short for lower lows is actually not as good anymore. So it's kind of hard to say in this one. And when I say the market's hard to say and it's hard to pick a trade, look at it. It's gone practically nowhere. And I didn't chase the short, didn't chase along. I'm kind of just waiting on this to give me some good signs. Once everything lines up, I'd be more willing to take a hit on this. Everything slightly lined up this morning. I was just slow to the punch and I get it. So I'd say for the rest of the day today, it is starting to look better rather than worse. So any break of this with sustainable momentum, it's going to want to at least touch that with the DD ratio being greater than half. it's more probabilistic that it closes here rather than here. This is expected. This is a rare case. Expected that we close below 505. That's the bear zone rule. You open in bear zone, you end up in bear zone. That's what it's trying to stay at. Hey, what's up, Cheyenne? Good morning. Just kind of waiting on this to... give me some better answers. If you want my opinion, I think we have a flat-ish day inside of here today. I don't think there's much tradable inside of this range. It's about it. 15, 20 points of range. Entering leaps. Yeah, I would. If you have a long-term belief in the market being bearish or bullish, I'm one of the strongest bulls on Wall Street right now. Last year, when the market was trading at like 4,500s and things like that, market was trading, and I said we'd be hitting 5,000 and 5,500 by 2025. People thought I was nuts. And then the what was it? The Fitch downgrade happened, and then everybody was like, oh, market's gonna crash, sky's falling, see, we were right, the bears are finally right, market's been rallying for 2 years and it finally dipped for a month, and we told you so, we're right, we told you so. And then 3 months later it's back to rallying, and I'm still like, I didn't change my position. I was on the Trading Camp podcast, and they were like, Matt's calling 550 SPY by summer of 2024. And I was like, yeah. And they go, well, you know, that's like 100 points away. We're still only at 450 right now. I was like, we will go 1,000 points in the S&P between now and next year, in 1 year. They're like, well, what makes you say that? I'm like, well, I think it's the tech rally. It's just a boom. It's like the next internet. People don't want to miss out, and people are wanting to not miss out. And it's going to keep going. We'll have some relaxation along the way, of course, but it's going to keep going. And then every bear on every podcast I was on tons of Twitter space at the time, since probably everybody that had a bear thesis came out of the woods and was like, roar. What's a bear sound like? Roar. We got a lot of heated debates. And I said, look, guys, GDP growth is positive. Labor market suggests job growth and people going back to work. Nothing about that is bearish for the economy. Those are the two telltale signs of bullishness: economic growth and jobs creation. Production. Your economy and consumer spending is based on two things: production growth and credit. Economies grow on those two things. The more credit you loan out, the faster people buy stuff. The more jobs you give out, the more people buy stuff. The more jobs that exist, the more people make stuff. And all these things together create something called the economy. Yeah, both those pieces there. GDP growth is going up. Means people output is more. Jobs indicate people going back to work, which means more people making stuff, and more people with money to spend to make stuff. Better credit ratings, people get credit cards, and then everything's going to grow. Everyone's argument was like, well, what about this? And what about this? What about this? I'm like, until GDP growth is negative, and until jobs market indicates people are getting laid off, or job growth is slowing, then I'll change my mind. Never happened. It's been soaring along the whole way. And as a good trader, you have to understand the stock market's a relatively simple device. It's simple, but it's random at the same time. So it's like dice. Dice are a simple device. It's a six-sided thing, equally weighted. You roll it though, it's completely random. So it's a simple thing. You can see all parts of it. But at the end of the day, if all the parts line up, everyone in the world wants to be bullish. Nobody wants to really be bearish. Even bears want to be bullish, I guess, but maybe not. Maybe they're bearish. But anyways, everyone with money to invest typically wakes up and goes, I want to buy something. Very few people go out there and say, I want to bet that this thing is worthless tomorrow. So in that line, the market's been rallying, and right now the market's finally relaxing off of a big, boom in tech rally we had. Now market rallied and earnings boosted up, and then the tech started selling off a little bit while the stock market still floated, which is like rotating in. And then we kind of paused a little bit, and now we're having some volatility, some selling, some global turmoil. I don't think That's going to cause the market to do much. I don't think it impacts us at all, and our economy at all. At this point, I think that our country's going to do everything we can to not get involved. So whether this escalates quick or not, I don't think it's going to make our stock market behave a certain way. I think knee-jerk reactions only. We've been through multiple campaigns and multiple military campaigns throughout history, and they do not crash stock markets. And so I think we're okay. Most traders can't live stream because they lack a mechanical system. It's very true. My system tells me I have confidence in certain things. I sit out when I don't have confidence. I trade when I have confidence. My confidence today is low. Our indicators have flip-flopped. There's no confidence, not steady. And I don't have to do anything. Great to have you back. Thank you. Glad to be back. Had a fun vacay. You ask me what I think the market's going. I still think we hit 550 at the end of by quarter three, maybe the end of the summer. It's very possible. I think this is the first bull wave that we've had since the market kind of stabilized after the sell-off a couple years ago. This is the first real bull run that broke out. Markets don't just double top and then turn around and die with good economic conditions. Right now, there are a bunch of bulls that are scratching their head like, I missed out on that. Where do I get back in? People are still in that mentality. I missed out on this run. Where do I get back in? Bears right now are like, oh, thank gosh, I finally get the dips to cover my shorts. I've been short for a year. So the market needs to sell off a little bit more, I think. But I think within a month or two, we're probably back to rallying unless economic conditions worsen. People are still betting on Fed cutting rates. So Jay Powell talking today could probably hint that they're not doing that. And that could probably change things. But if they do, they do. We're already pricing in rate cuts. That's what the market's kind of seeing that. But I think as soon as we get some relaxation on Apples and Teslas and all these other pop companies, pop stocks, I think the dip will be there for people to buy again. Community traders suggest that. Let's talk about it real quick before we call it a day here. First day back. So you got a furniture delivery in a little bit. You gotta go catch that. Make some room for them. See, the asset managers long and strong. I mean, they've been long and strong since December. So we're like 3 months into the year. Markets rallied on essentially just, look at this. Even the S&P, people were not liquidating their longs, and essentially the other reportable categories, the only category that still amassed a greater net long. So it's like these are other, like they fall outside the other categories. We have like Federal Reserve banks and stuff are in this category, but you had the dealers were the biggest mechanism of this, covering shorts. They themselves are buying because people were shorting so hard against no change in the long side. Dealers had to cover their cover their shorts into that shorting, so they had to be the buyer there. So as people were shorting the market, the dealers themselves were pressing the bid higher to squeeze out these shorts. And the minute the shorts start covering, then they drop the bid. And that funny how Wall Street works. You don't usually get rewarded for betting against the market. See right here. So as the shorts started covering right here, this last rally, you saw 1-2 weeks of short covering, and then they dropped it. Isn't that funny? So the shorts were forced to buy up here, and then they dropped it. And this is typically how Wall Street works. It's a lovely game. Like, yeah, that's how that works. And as you see, here's an example here. People were short the market, and right when the market is rallying, shorts were closing. This blue line is the hedge funds that are short. So shorts become less short. See how it moves up like this? So shorts are covering. So again, when the market rips up like this really quick, it entraps a bunch of shorts, and they're forced to buy at the top, and then markets start to pull back. And again, as markets start to pull back, the people that were short are covering even further with every dip they get. How neat is that? So like I said, if you were the one that was betting short right here on, you know, Chicken Little Sky is Falling, Right here is when I said we'd be at 5,500 by midsummer, and I was right. People like here are like, oh, what, this guy doesn't know anything, he's stupid. This guy's fine. Wait, hold on, wait. And now like it's like every time the market dips, people like to campaign a bear thesis. But the thing about being bearish is you need to see something nobody sees. Bet on it first. Like if you bet on GameStop shorting it in 2015 when Xbox One came out, when all games are now digital downloads, and you got that at Christmas time, that moment in time, you're like, oh crap, stock market's gonna crash. I mean, sorry, GameStop's gonna crash. Because this is a paradigm shift. I see this and nobody else sees this. I'm gonna short this thing, and then you short, and then once everybody sees it, you're basically betting on people selling something. You're not betting on the market turning around. You need to bet on people selling something. That's what shorting actually is. Is you're trying to bet that the sellers come in and start liquidating, and getting out of something, and you riding it down. People that are shorting the market don't press the market down. You can see this all day long in community traders. People that are shorting the market, the dealers are going to often punish them for doing so. People shorting the market into the bottom here, market squeeze them out. You know, it's like as people are starting to accumulate a short, this blue line going lower, people are shorting as it pops, and it's very rare they just get rewarded by over pressuring the market by shorting, because the liquidity providers are usually the ones buying from them, and they're not going to crash the market under their own weight of their own bid. So it's like, or their own long position. So in this case, now that the dealers themselves are negative, well, the market's more likely to fall, isn't it? And the banks are going to protect their own interest. So at this point, the market has a little bit of wiggle room to pull back. I do a Herman Miller share. I do have a Herman Miller share. Come on. Look. See if you can see it. Oh, you can't see it because it's dark. There it is. Aaron, I think. Chair. Dude, there's, yeah, the Aaron. They're so nice, dude. I love them. You guys can thank Tradesmap for that one. He's the one that he watched my stream one day and he was like, bro, you need a better chair. And I was like, well, what kind of, I used to have just a crappy chair with memory foam pads on it just because I never thought about investing in a chair. I don't think about these things. He's like, you need to get a Herman Miller Aeron. He's like, I have one. They're like the best chairs ever. Like, okay. And he sent me the link. He's like, order this one. And you could custom make it and everything. And I was like, oh, okay. And I got it. Okay, so let me show you what I talk about. I talk about GameStop. All right. So what's neat, this is what real shorting is like. Let me teach you guys a lesson. Xbox One release date. Xbox One release date. This is how you identify a good short. November 22nd, 2013. And this thing comes out and you're like, now download all your games live. You don't even need to buy the disc. When you were buying the disc, sometimes it'd come with just the QR code and go get it, or not the QR, the like the Xbox code to go get it. There's like no physical media. You're like, oh crap, this is like all about internet and connected internet. And I remember when they were marketing this thing, it was all like internet. And so physical media for Xbox died in November 2013. And I don't know if you guys want to come here, but let's go to November 22, 2013. You're smart enough to know this. And that was a high GameStop before the craziness. Look at this. That's Xbox One release date. The minute this happened, you said people are going to stop buying games on physical media and used games. And GameStop was rallying into the Xbox release. This is the perfect case study for shorting a market. Typically, as gaming systems come out, you would buy GameStop as people would start to get excited about video games. A new system comes out, console sales are boosted, but this console was different, right? Forget about this. This always ruined this is my favorite example for talking about shorting a market. You know, like back here. Let me find this really quick. 1 second. Let me show you guys something. So in the early days, let's go back in time and teach you guys. This is like how to short a market. It's one of the greatest examples of it. So November 22nd, 2005 was when the Xbox 360 came out, the one before that. And it was coming off the high of the previous Xbox, where Halo 1 and Halo 2 had taken the world by storm. And online console gaming became such a huge thing in the United States. It was always a big thing in like Asian countries. Korea had esports at the time, things like that. But we didn't really have that in the States until Halo came out. And the Xbox was the vehicle to get Halo to people. And Halo would birthed online gaming for people in our generation in November of 2005. And so this is what we like to call the Halo 3 era of Xbox gaming. Online gaming just went through the roof. GameStop went from $4 to like $16, and it peaked out. And obviously it sold in the 2008 crash. Okay, but this is the birth of internet gaming, and people were buying everything they could to play these games, right? And so this time around, you didn't make the same mistake because it's a paradigm shift. And that's why I love this case study. This created something that the financial collapse hurt and it never recovered. The same era happened again when the new Xbox came out. The market rallied into it, expecting the same type of explosion. However, that game system created the new paradigm of you buy your games online. You don't buy discs anymore. And this was the high of GameStop ever until the apes took over and pumped and dumped this crap company. So at the end of the day, proper shorting is to see this happening and you go, no, this thing is going to be a disc killer. There's not going to be discs anymore. GameStop's business model is ruined, and you shorted it on the way up, and you got punished for shorting it on the way up because other people thought of that idea, and you had a way to hedge or hold on because you knew you were right, and ultimately you were right, and it died. And this is like the great case. It's like you're not just rewarded for betting against them, because a lot of people knew this back then. They were still punished for sure. So when you short a market, you're usually punished for it, and you got to survive the punishment, and then you got to wait it out, and ultimately you're right. Most people that short markets and come out with windfalls, like even Michael Berry, it's not like you picked the right time, you short and market collapsed under your weight. The guy lost so much money, went through so many years of being upside down, got sued by his business partners even for that, and then ultimately was right for the windfall. So imagine, like, you know, it's like this year and markets like right here, and you go, oh, you know what? This Xbox is going to be online gaming. I have a thesis that it's going to kill the market and GameStop's going to die. You shorted at $10. It took 1, 2, 3 years for you to finally be trading below $10 to get that trade. And then you watched it seesaw even though you were right. It's not easy to short a market even though you can identify a paradigm shift. Now, the lucky people know the paradigm shift is there and jumps in at the time that other people are getting punished for shorting. So if you know that the paradigm shift is there and you know it's going to come down, and you happen to wake up one day and it's rallying, you go, this doesn't make sense. Why is this thing absurdly high against all odds? And the minute that Xbox comes out, GameStop's going to crash. And so maybe some people waited until that day to finally start liquidating, and then you're betting as a short to liquidate the market liquidating. So what I'm saying is that it's not easy to short even when the signs are obvious. You know a company's dead. And it takes a while to get paid out. Neat, right? Market's pulling back. Oh, yep, see? Like I said, I didn't touch this one. And for now, somebody's posting $1,000 gain, freaking RS levels. Oh, yeah. Yep. I'm not doing anything today. Letting this market just turn around. As the expected move, but like I said, I don't take everything that I see. All right, you guys, I love y'all. We'll come back tomorrow. I'm gonna take it easy. You'll have a great day, and we'll see y'all later. I'm calling it. I get out of here. Love y'all. Adios.